Well, it's day 17 of the Every Bit Counts challenge, and we're going to turn this into this. Hello and welcome to From the Roots Up, where we're building our homestead from the roots up. Today we are making onion powder. We love and use a lot of onion powder, garlic powder, seasonings when we're cooking meat, especially tacos, spaghetti, things like that. So sometimes it's nice to just have powder on hand rather than throwing in chunks of onion. And of course, once you dehydrate it, it'll last for a very long time. So we're going to make our own onion powder today. First, I'm going to start by cutting a few of these onions up and setting them aside so that I don't forget and get carried away and use them all, because later for the Every Bit Counts challenge, Christy is going to show you how to can and put away beef stew, and some of these onions are going to go in that. So check the link down below. We'll have that up as soon as we get that video done. I'm going to take a little bit and just start cutting some of these for her bowl, get it out of the way, and then we'll come back and cut for our powder. All right, now that I've got some set aside for her stew, I'm going to take all the rest of these and just cut them up in small pieces. I'm not trying to puree them. We're going to let them dehydrate all night tonight, so they'll have plenty of time to get dry. Of course, if you're in a hurry, the smaller you cut them, the faster they'll dry. So you can just do that however you need to. I'm going to cut these up in small pieces, and we're going to try to fill up 4 of these trays to get in the dehydrator. That's really all there is to it. There's no super magic here. Not sure why everybody starts crying and whining and bawling every time they have to cut onions. Oh wait, maybe the onions are doing that. But give me a little bit to just get these cut up, and then we'll head down to the dehydrator. And speaking of tearing up, I have heard lots of different ways that people try to keep from getting the onion gases in their eyes. I've tried a few that haven't really worked, so if you have a special tip or a secret for that, leave that in the comments below. About the only thing that I consistently do that helps, especially if I've got a bunch of onions like this to cut, is to stop and wash my hands and wash off my work surface. So just keep all those juices away, and that seems to cut it down a little bit. But if you've tried other methods, other special tricks, then drop those in the comment below, and we'll share some ideas with other viewers. All right, I came and took the lid off already so I could actually hold 2 trays. We're just going to slide these in. And because they're a little tall, curling up the way I cut them, I'm going to do every other slot just to make sure they have as much room as possible. I got 2 more trays. I'll be right back. Okay, here's trays 3 and 4. We're going to put the lid on. This is our Excalibur food dehydrator. There's a guide right here on the top. We're doing vegetables, so 125 degrees. And we will check back in the morning and see how they're doing. All right, it's been about 9 hours. We're going to check in on our onions. Okay, some of them are dry and papery. Some of the thicker pieces are just not. So all we do is leave it in a little longer, and we'll check back in about 3 more hours and see how they're doing. All right, it's been a little more than 3 hours. Some of the pieces that I cut were a little bigger, but we're going to check it and see if they're ready now. All right, that looks pretty good. They sound and feel like crepe paper almost. So That means they're dry. Let's cut it off. And let's head back to the kitchen. All right, the last step is super simple. We've got our dried onion petals now, they look like, and we've got our little coffee / spice grinder. And so we're just gonna turn these into powdered form. The lid pops right off, and I'm not sure how many of these I can fit in at once, but we're just going to fill it up and we'll see. And as it's breaking it down, it's making more room. I'm just going to keep adding to it, because if there's only barely a little in the bottom, it does more dancing around inside the can, but I'm going to keep filling up the space that it gives me. And when we have it all in nice powder form, then we'll pour it in our container. I take the lid off. This particular one, the lid is a pretty deep cup, and so it'll hold quite a bit. Here's the powder that we got. So what I'm going to do with it is, I got these little shakers on Amazon. I found these when I started mixing my own rib rub, and what it has is holes, all different sizes. So it works really well for fine powders like this, or salt, or Parmesan cheese, or even ground pepper flakes. You can set that to whatever size you want. These have been really handy, and we'll put a link to that in the description below. If you don't have something like that and you want to save your old spice jars, if you get the kind that the lid will come off of, then you can put it in these. And if you don't have that, you can just use a Ziploc bag. So lots of options to have your powder handy. And we'll keep going until we run out of onions. And there we have it. We actually filled our little canister almost to the very top. That's a lot of onion powder, will last us a long time. We'll just seal it up and it's ready to go in the pantry. Thanks for watching our channel. We're doing food preservation recipes every day this month for the Every Bit Counts Challenge. Be sure and check out some of our other videos on our playlist right over here. And if you enjoyed this, hit that like button, subscribe if you're not a subscriber, and stick around. We've got lots of other fun things coming up. Thanks for joining us.